Hi everyone, it's Wednesday evening's weather for Weather Geeks. So we had a pretty nice day today until we got into the evening hours, and some showers and even some thunderstorms have gotten going. Thanks to Corinna for posting this picture on my Facebook page of some small hail that was falling around the Hermitage and Sharpsville area between 6 and 6:30, 6:45 earlier on this evening. We had some small hail with that particular thunderstorm. Now let's talk about what's going on, at least when I recorded this at 7:50 this evening. Take a second for the data to load here. We'll zoom in on our local area. We still have a scattering of rain and some thunder and lightning in Mahoning County now here at 7:49. Around the Canfield area, heading down towards Latonia and Salem, Washingtonville, Columbiana area, and up towards Youngstown, some light to moderate rain as well. Everything is moving in kind of an unusual direction, almost southeast to northwest. This is unusual, but certainly appropriate considering we have an area of low pressure to our west and the flow around low pressure counterclockwise, creating that rotation here from southeast to northwest. Everything's kind of pivoting in that direction. So not something we see a lot of times, but it does happen from time to time. Anyway, that was the radar when I recorded this. Not going to spend a lot of time on that because it'll be outdated pretty soon. It's been a rainy day in central Ohio. Some parts of central Ohio between Columbus and Mansfield picking up 1.5 inches, perhaps close to 2 inches worth of rain. A soggy day out there. Well, what's going to happen here? Our high-res model doing a pretty decent job of placing this heavier rain this evening. We'll get a little bit of a break, and then there could be some more bands of downpours that pivot in as we go into the wee hours of tomorrow morning. Bottom line is there could be a little rain at just about any point tonight, but a lot of places won't see much. And then as you get up tomorrow morning, there's a chance of showers, but just a chance. I think a lot of us will be dry at the bus stop tomorrow. While some places you might need the umbrella. These will be, this is going to be the case for the next couple of days. There's really no rhyme or reason to who's going to get a downpour and who is not. Our model, and no matter what model you look at, it's not going to get things perfect as far as the placement of these showers and potential thunderstorms. Nonetheless, we have the highest chances of rain tomorrow pegged towards the end of the day and into tomorrow night. Now, that's not to say it's not going to rain in the morning. There's just a lower chance in your backyard of seeing some showers tomorrow morning as compared to later on in the day. Here's a look at the next couple of days. Now, this low-pressure system is going to be spinning around. And again, take everything I show you here with a grain of salt because the model's not going to get this exactly right. This band shown at 4:16 tomorrow afternoon, instead of being like this, it could be like this. It could be like this. It's just one of those things that the models just can't get right. But pay attention to the overall nature of the precipitation. It'll be scattered, hit or miss, random kind of stuff, and right into tomorrow night as well. Some places will get some pretty hard rain for a time, some places not so much. And the same holds true for Friday. If you're heading to a high school football game Friday evening, well, just plan on the possibility of some showers around. Outside chance of thunder and lightning with Friday evening's high school football games. I don't want to rule that out, but I think the chance is fairly low. And then as we head into the weekend, we're going to start to see some changes here. I think our upper low is going to start shifting north and weakening slowly. And I think some of this dry air is going to try to filter in Saturday, meaning Saturday should be a nicer day compared to the previous couple of days. All right, computer modeling here as far as the rain totals over the next couple of days. Again, we want to introduce a range here because some places are going to get a lot more than others. I think a general range of 1/2 inch to 1 inch as an average is a good place to be through Friday. Could someone get 1.5 inches? Absolutely, that's a possibility. I can't even rule out 2 inches. But when you average out our entire viewing area, 1/2 inch to 1 inch is about what we expect through Friday. We're getting off relatively easily compared to some people with this system. This is going to be kind of a fire hose of moisture. What you have going on here is high pressure over northern New England, low pressure out here across the Ohio Valley, and the air just getting funneled up against the Appalachian Mountains. And the air rises and wrings out the moisture, and you get a whole bunch of rain across parts of south central PA, heading down towards the Panhandle of West Virginia, Panhandle of Maryland, and the Blue Ridge Parkway, and out towards D.C., Baltimore. There's going to be places out here that could get 7, 10, maybe even 12 inches worth of rain. So this is going to become a national weather story. Over the next couple of days, the possibility of some pretty horrendous flooding across the Mid-Atlantic region. Our weather, by comparison, not that bad. So there's good reason why there are flood watches out for the Mid-Atlantic. All right, this upper low is going to meander around for a few days, and right into parts of the weekend, this thing's still going to be lollygagging around. But notice by Sunday, it's starting to finally get a kick north. That means Sunday is going to be a pretty nice day, I think, as we get in on some subsidence and sinking air on the backside of this. Finally, that upper low is off the playing field by next week. We get a ridge of high pressure building in, and that means warmer days are ahead next week. I think we've got a shot at some mid-70s for a few days next week. And, you know, it's not July anymore. In fact, early next week is October, and mid-70s, that's a dozen degrees above the average. That's a real treat for early October. All right, it's that time of the year, and it's been that time of the year since August when the Farmer's Almanac came out. I get a lot of questions about the winter forecast at this time of the year. You may see other sources already putting out their forecasts. I saw AccuWeather put out their winter outlook today. We do not do ours until a little bit closer to Halloween, so about a month or so to go until we put out our winter forecast for the viewing area. I will give you a little hint, though, and I've been dropping this hint a few times, that this winter is very unlikely to be like last winter. Now, does that mean it's going to be a tremendously cold and snowy winter? No. But it also is very unlikely to be a very warm winter like we had last year. Not expecting a repeat of that. And I would expect, you know, last year's snow totals were mostly in the 40 to 50 inch range across our viewing area as a range. And in fact, the southern part of our viewing area, probably 30 to 40. I think this year will be much closer to average and perhaps even above average. But again, nothing is final with this forecast yet. We're gonna do that forecast here in about a month. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11 o'clock.